All right, we're gonna do 2 videos for the night. I gotta go to bed, or I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up in the morning. I don't like it, but we're gonna do 2 Levi Nix videos. The first one is the Halo campaign evolved situation just got way worse. To be honest, I was thinking about getting that 2 on the 5. I really did thought about it. Then after that one, they finally realized it. So we're gonna watch the first one first.
Chat, did you guys ever play Halo? I remember for me, back in my day, son, when I was about 12 and 13 years old, boy, I played Halo all the dadgum time, boy. It's about all we did, really, is we played. And I actually got second place in Paris, Texas at a Blockbuster tournament. I have you. But apparently this game's getting a lot of flack right now. Apparently it's really going downhill. The new remake people are not liking, so let's get off into the lore and learn a little bit about this.
After playing Halo Campaign Evolved, I can say that it feels less like the start of a new future with Halo, and more like an admission that the people in charge of Halo don't know what to do with it.
I don't know what to do.
There is no battle more existentially cosmic than being a Halo fan who wants to see Halo succeed, but simultaneously doesn't want to encourage the half-assery it keeps delivering, in a franchise that should be one of the easiest in gaming.
And dude, I do want to see Halo win. I really do. Like, I remember how much joy this game gave me back in the day, but it just seems like it's just gone through the tubes.
That I suck.
In case you haven't been keeping up to speed on the modern woes of the Halo franchise, and from the looks of internet traffic not many of you still are, we've got all kinds of disturbing allegations hitting the timeline right now. Misconduct like verbal abuse, negligence, canceled projects, and even since the big ribbon cutting that management's changing, the name's changing, we're a totally different brand now, we're still suffering from corporate mismanagement.
Wait, they're not Bungie.net or what is it, 343 Studios? It's Halo Studios now?
That mismanagement at Halo? Nah. But instead of reading it all off like a news report or delivering you guys YouTube's 1/1000th The Downfall of Halo video, I want to make like a local burger joint with nothing to sit on but metal bar stools and do things a little differently. I want to look at the newest evidence to draw our conclusions about the current state of Halo. And that newest evidence? We'll look no further than Campaign Evolved, whose early access I just finished playing through. Seriously, don't pay for early access. If not for wanting to be punctual with my content creation, I wouldn't have done it either. Combat Evolved might be my most replayed game of all time, and I'm always down for an excuse to do it again, but $70? And since I'm now contractually obligated to say so, Xbox did end up sending me a code a day after it was already purchasable, so even though I'd already bought it, beat it, and written this video by the time they even offered it to me, I'm still supposed to disclose this because I did redeem the code to have a copy on Steam in case Xbox goes extinct someday. Transparency. In short, you're still watching the thoughts of someone who paid $70 for it, because I did. Let's use Campaign Evolved as a window into Halo Studios' offices. Use it to deduce what's going on behind the smiles, behind the artificial roundtable promo videos, instead of something cool like a giant super big team battle game that's been teased to death in the bone dry Halo content well. Why this remake from this company right now? Let's get into it.
Right, I remember when the pistol was actually a really good gun. On, what is it, Blood Gulch? Where you could actually 3-shot somebody in the head with a pistol. I remember that like it was freaking yesterday, man. God, it just makes me miss the game. There's so much nostalgia. I'm going to tell you guys a story later on in this episode about a LAN party I had in high school. God, it just brings back so many memories just watching this. So I had to do this just for the nostalgia. But before we get back off into this, don't forget to download Free Cash. It's super simple, dude. You can scan this QR code, click the link in the description. You get $10 just for playing games if you like games. Average time to earn your first cash, 17 minutes. Average withdrawal yesterday is $22. Once again, I got a guy in the Discord. He's made over $2,300. Shout out to Eric. But I'm looking to be their #1 guy. So I told them I have a very loyal audience and we could probably get the #1 spot. So even if you guys don't play games, download this. I just want to show them that the people that watch the Levi Nix show are diehards and loyal, and that you guys will convert. So please just go download it. It's super simple. You'll get $10 on me. You can cash out once you hit $20. I don't care if you download it and get your $20 and never play it again. Just go download it now. Make your boy look good, man. Make your boy look good. Let's get back off into this madness.
Let's start with the most blatant evidence on display in this game, a segment we'll call Reduce, Reuse, Recycle. If I were to say a remake of Combat Evolved is the easiest game Halo Studios could make right now, you'd probably naturally assume that I mean all they have to do is follow a 25-year-old blueprint. And in this now third version of Combat Evolved, they do that, and in some ways that is a good thing. The story in this game is good, because Combat Evolved story is good. This game is fun, because Combat Evolved is fun. Classic levels and set pieces are still recognizable and in a couple instances improved. I'll get to that later. But what I also mean by easiest is that it's not just the ideas they reuse, it's literal pieces of past games stitched together and called evolution. Remember those prequel missions that are supposed to be original new content? Well, it felt like over half of it was just repurposed segments from Halo 2 Anniversary. Same soundtrack, same sound effects. You free Marine prisoners in areas with grav lift elevators. You take a trip on a
They just upscaled the footage, you know.
gondola like Arbiter did in the library, this time all with the color palette change. Ooh. Even the opening cutscene recycles Chief's boo, just this time with worse comedic timing and a stiff looking running animation. The space battle everyone was excited about? It's just Halo Reach's space battle repurposed. There was a sorta interesting story beat that was retconning a reason for Halo 4's changed Covenant designs. There was a Craig the Brute cameo, and there was even
What was that, a gorilla?
what I thought was a very interesting idea about Covenant hunting human POWs for sport that could have easily have been its own spin-off or prequel game, but no. It's all sandwiched in this repackaged content from a 2014 remaster. If this was supposed to be the new stuff, this is arguably more indicative of where Halo Studios is going next than the base levels of this remake are. So what does that tell you about this studio's current ability to create, to add to the series as it exists now? And speaking of those base levels, remember those Halo Infinite assets that were recreated in Unreal that the hardest huffers of Copium tried to swear were just early placeholders for the reveal? Those aren't placeholders, they're in the final game. Some weapons, weapon animations, enemy designs, structure textures, slightly altered from the pre-launch build, sure, but mostly with some quick color tweaking more than anything. Like Grunt skin, for example, it's been made darker to look more like CE's grunts. Why is a remake of Combat Evolved using visual inspiration from games that aren't Combat Evolved? I'll tell you why. After playing it all the way through, what I had initially assumed was the arrogance of Halo Studios wanting to rewrite Bungie's Halo game to look more like a 343 Halo game, I now recognize is most likely a matter of friction within Halo Studios itself. If reusing assets is the best they can offer 5 years after Infinite's release, this tells me they're not in a good place right now. In fact, I'm shocked that they were spared Asha's wrath in that newest round of mass Xbox layoffs. So far. For comparison, if you recall, Halo Infinite's plummet from the short-lived grace it
God, the graph started pretty high. You can't really see it, January 2022, but then it's just, dude, nobody's playing this game. Me and my buddies stopped playing this game too, dude. We were playing it a lot online, like before COD was a thing, before Call of Duty was really popular. We played this online all the time. We'd hop in the Warthog, my buddy would drive, I would shoot. I would come in this game and drop 30 bombs, 35 bombs. And in this game, you could do a 1v4. You could be down 3 players, and you could still win. I remember I beat a squad of 4 at the peak of when I was really good at this game playing online. And I beat a squad of 4 very easily and got like 45 kills and won the game. But on Call of Duty, that is not the case. And then I go back, and I've actually tried to play Halo again, but it's so slow. Like, the game style is so slow. Like, you have movement demons on Call of Duty, and if they could come even close to that with Halo, I'd probably play it. But I will not be buying this. I will not be playing Halo probably ever again, which is really sad because it's the one game I fell in love with as a kid that I wish they would bring back.
Easy, Easy, Easy is the name of this game. And if it weren't for Revs' very troubling recent reports, I would have assumed this was also due to pure laziness. But some of these new allegations against the company paint a very different picture for why so many shortcuts were taken. Apparently, the newest head of Halo Studios, Pierre Hintze, who replaced Bonnie Ross after she stepped down, is just as, if not more, unqualified to lead the Halo team. Remember all those projects they told us about a year and a half ago that they were working on because moving to
You know what they should do? What they should do is hire somebody that won the Blockbuster competitions. Let that guy be the CEO. Somebody that's actually played the game. They should try to get Ninja to come in and maybe help.
As of right now, Campaign Evolved is reported to be the only project in active development at Halo Studios, as in people were pulled away from other projects and those projects were shut down so that they could help finish out Campaign Evolved, because apparently this remake was too hard. And according to Revs, this was after they'd already outsourced level and technical design to a studio called Abstraction, by the way. This should not have been an all-hands-on-deck kind of game. This is something you make in tandem with another other mainline title. This is the story of a desperate company led by a reportedly arrogant man, screaming at employees, telling them to get out mid-work day. And if the reports are true, complaints were filed with HR, but nothing was ever done. Combine these reports of leadership's attitude, dropping projects, and development shortcuts, and this becomes much easier to understand what—
Brian, I remember sniping having no recoil. If you snipe on Call of Duty, there's so much recoil with the gun, it's almost annoying, bro. But on this game, on Halo, zero recoil. You just hop on, you snipe people in the face, and a headshot was, oh man, it's just so much nostalgia, bro. I miss this game so much. This is what made me fall in love with video games. Like, I love Tekken, I love Mortal Kombat, but this competitive style gameplay where you could hop into an unfiltered lobby was really where I learned how to talk the most trash.
Victim of modern media stupidification, where the audience is treated like they just gained consciousness for the first time today. Waypoints guiding the player down a hallway that only has one direction, sometimes just feet at a time? Check. Never mind the glowing arrows on the ground or the only door in the room, you need help. The original brought out waypoints sometimes, but then after that, it was on the player to explore and use environmental clues to figure out where to go. Is that door locked? Don't go there. Are there dead jackals on the ground? You're going backwards, turn around. And how this campaign evolved used 20 extra years worth of technology to improve on the areas that are most criticized for being too open or too complicated in the original? Well, the easiest way possible, of course. It adds more waypoints. And I'm not just talking the 2 Betrayals Banshee segments, those were there in the original too. I mean everywhere. Don't explore, just progress. How about crowding your HUD space to remind you how to shoot with icons that you can't get rid of? Check. So what if 5-year-olds could figure it out in 2001? You're stupid. You'll forget.
I will say I do get annoyed with how much stuff they put on screen. Like, gotta have your gun, gotta have your grenades, gotta have the map, gotta have this, that. Even with Call of Duty, that gets on my nerves.
Banshee shortcut in the original on your own? Well, not anymore.
Look, Covenant Banshees. We can use them to fly straight to the control structure. Don't let anyone else touch them.
The downgraded AI in this game are already less aware of their surroundings than the original, let alone are they gonna bother racing you to a Banshee.
And dude, I remember sticking people. You stuck so-and-so. God, I remember that.
Just doing her job, but when it comes to player agency during gameplay, there are limits to this kind of hand-holding. Or at least there should be. Watch this. I want you to think about the Unreal Mario and the Focus M meme. It's a meme that keeps on giving.
Stealth elites, watch your motion tracker and look for distortions in the air.
People like to put Halo players down by saying that Halo is just baby's first FPS, but this baby didn't need red markers over camoed enemies.
Oh my god,
Just
look at all
saying.
the...
And they do this multiple times in the remake. If you're counting with me, that is 3 different indicators.
Bro, you don't need all these indicators.
You really don't.
It's just like super easy mode. Why is... Yeah. God, that's terrible.
For having the best hit feedback of any FPS series ever made, adding hit markers because modern games do? Check. Visuals that go for realism over art style because modern games do? Check. A game whose difficulty was balanced around needing med packs to heal you so that you were deterred from just running past enemy encounters and getting shot in the back. Now having sprint and regenerative health because modern games do? Check. I went into the sprint stuff more in my demo impressions video, so I'll keep it brief here by saying yes, there have been improvements since then. Wanting to be modern for the sake of being modern and cutting corners to do it means in this remake, the level design doesn't appear to have been altered from the original in any noticeable way to complement now having sprint. But it also doesn't feel as fast as it did in the demo, and anytime you get hit, it stops you, like D-Scope, but for sprint. And I'm pretty sure this game's spawn rate for enemies is way higher than the originals. You're basically fighting armies that are shooting at you at all times. On legendary difficulty, the sprint-only strat usually didn't work and ended with me getting my teeth kicked in every time. But on heroic, yeah, so long as there weren't required enemies to take out to progress, it really wasn't a problem just running past encounters.
Just run
Dude,
through the game.
speedruns of this remake are going to be so boring when a default ability lets you do it by accident. People new to Halo won't know any better not to do.
Dude, why are they making games so easy now? Do they all just think we're retarded? Like, why is this the case? This is so... I remember when games were actually very hard and you didn't get a lot of... You didn't get a step-by-step. You didn't get a, hey, you got to go here. Hey, you got to do this. And I remember when I fell in love with Halo, when Halo 2 came out, I skipped school in 8th grade to with my buddy, who if you're watching, Jimmy, I love you, dog. His Xbox Live username was a poor fat kid. So when you got killed by him, it said, you got killed by a poor fat kid. What was your first gamer tag? Do you guys remember? Mine was Vixel, which was Levi X. So if any of you guys are real ones and you see me, or if you want to put that in the chat right now, Vixel, Vixle. If you guys call me Vixel, dude, we go way back. We go further back than my dadgum hairline. But that was my first gamer tag in 8th grade was Vixel. And I spent so many hours on this game, dude. So many hours.
The opening one removed the hangar sequence, but it did give more scale to the attack happening outside the Pillar of Autumn. Jenkins's tape makes... Which, to their credit, it's a very good-looking game. There's even more visual variety within levels like 343 Guilty Spear.
It looks really nice. I mean, the graphics look great.
An improvement. But then they go and still remove many of the visual cues and identity of the original that it had going for it. Not nearly as badly as Anniversary did. Yuck. But 14-plus years of the IP, and these guys still don't understand the appeal of the Forerunners or what they added to the story with their technology alone. It was interesting that stuff that looked like it was natural really wasn't, like this bridge. Not anymore. Now it's just a metal bridge. As for the Forerunner textures themselves, they made it dirtier and grimier since the reveal, but I mean, it's still not the rock metal hybrid that made it unique in the first place. It's still just silver sci-fi metal, evidence to me that says they prioritize consistency with their later games more than they do preserving the mysteries in the original. Anybody want to tell me why it was...
You splattered so-and-so. Dude, oh my God, I just remember so much of this. I remember watching MLG. Member? I've been watching South Park. Member berries. You member? This brings me so far back, dude. Okay, so I'll get into this LAN party I had. So there was a LAN party that I had in, I think it was 8th grade, maybe 9th grade, and I had like 16 boys over at my house. That sounds really bad, but we were all kids. We were like 14, 15 years old. 16 guys over at my house. And we had a TV in each room. My house was really small at the time, so like we had a TV in the living room, we had a TV in like our kitchen/den, and then we had one in 2 of the bedrooms because I grew up in a three bed 2 bath house. But the one bathroom that was the master bathroom was an addition that my dad built. So it was bad. Anyways, so we've got 4 rooms, 4 TVs, 16 guys, and we're doing is just splitting up games. We're playing like, you know, what is it? Not Battle Royale. I can't remember what they called it. But we were playing like, you know, everybody's on their own squad or team, and then we're playing 4 teams of 4. And this is when I was at the genesis of my trash talking. Dude, I was screaming to the top of my lungs about dudes getting RAPE'd. I was like, I graped you. Yeah. Like, screaming it so loud that our neighbor came over and thought a girl was getting assaulted. It was that bad. Whoa. My neighbor knocked on the door and she's like, is everything okay? I hear somebody, you know, screaming that they're getting RAPE'd. And I thought something was going on. And that was not the case. My mom's like, no, it's just boys playing Halo. Another thing we did that night, this is at the height of Jackass too, dude. This is at the height of Jackass. So I had all these guys over. Everybody was going to stay the night. I mean, we're not drinking or anything. We're 14, 15 years old. But everybody has to stay the night. Of course, we're just going to play Halo all night. My mom was a goat, by the way, because she let us do it. I had shaved my pubes the night before and put them in a Ziploc baggie. Once again, this is the height of Jackass. I had my pubes in a Ziploc bag, and I said, the first guy that goes to sleep is getting these pubes in their mouth, and we will record it. I told everybody that. So everybody knew that that was going to be the case. Well, somebody fell asleep that night.
Oh, no.
And guess what happened? I put those pubes right here in his mouth, and I videoed it. I did. I'm sorry. I was a terror, dude. Jackass was not good for kids, man. Not good. We recorded it. Dude, he fell asleep. I'm not gonna dox him. I've got a funny story though about it though. We do that to him. We video it, and dude, he's traumatized. You know, it's so bad. It's so bad. Probably I'd say maybe 10 years later, I'm 24. He hits me up on LinkedIn, and he's like, "Yo, bro, I remember what you did to me back in 8th grade." And he's like, everybody made fun of me for it. You ruined my life. He goes, I'm living here now. I'm doing this. You need to look up, bitch. I was like, oh my God. So that's a joke now. With me and my buddies is we say look up. But he came back. He came back 10 years later and said that to me, bro. But dude, I was a demon. That was horrible. I feel bad for doing it. I really do. But but should I feel really that bad, chat? Because I did warn him. I said, hey, whoever falls asleep first is gonna get this. It's like a chaw on the lip. You're gonna get a chaw of pubes, dude.
There we go. Scratch my leg.
But yeah, that was one of my stories from Halo. I love that game, dude. I've been seeing a lot of the discourse online, and it brings back such a sense of nostalgia, and I miss it. I miss it so much. I mean, I love Call of Duty. It is so great, but man, there's something about Halo that will always have a place in my heart that I just really do miss. All right, let's go to the comments of yesterday's video. They're erasing this Ellen DeGeneres interview from the internet right now. This isn't sad, it's demonic. Celebs are ghouls, and they're freaking out. The masses are starting to catch on. Seems really satanic, TBH. Don't forget about Planned Parenthood selling bulk aborted babies for the stem cell treatments and serums. Oh my God, adrenochrome. Good Lord.
Stupid.
My bad. Hello, Levi. Actual female here. Mintu from Finland. Firstly, I have no facial piercings. I like my hair and face natural. And your videos make me feel very good about myself. I'm a trad wifey. I cook, I clean, I do all the house chores for my fiance without him needing to ask. I just love being in his peace. I love being his peace. I'm not a piece of his problems. I love your quote. Ship it a nice. Should have bought a Honda. Put it on a t-shirt. You're doing God's work with your videos. Reducing the simpidemic so the hoflation will eventually disappear, hopefully. My fiance and I love your content. You're humble, funny, and truly preaching a message that should be heard. My man and I send tons of respect from Finland. Keep doing what you are doing. Thank you so much, Trailer Park Tai. Thank you. I appreciate that. The countless who bathed in the blood of 100 virgins, that happened. This is satanic. Hollywood's most prolific cannibal. They laugh disgusting. But you can't erase how evil Ellen actually is. Dude, that was a real tip through insanity. My head hurts. Please, somebody tell me if I'm wrong. They say this skin treatment has baby foreskins, but Levi brought up a point. Where is all these foreskins coming from? Because you'd need like 4,000 to make a bottle of this stuff. I'm thinking, what about the abortions? Maybe that's why they push women's rights so hard these days. I mean, I'm just saying. Could be a conspiracy. How you going to get this many? Do you show up at a hospital and say, hey, where the foreskins at?
That's the question.
No. It's all the babies that are probably aborted. That's where they probably get all these. It's sickening. It really, truly is. It really, truly is. Ain't that right, Lokis?
What a good boy.
I added that for you guys because you're sick. You guys are sick, bro.
Okay,
You guys are sick, dog.
Okay.
You guys are so sick.
Wait.
You guys are sick, homie. Yeah, here, I'll hit it again.
What a good boy.
I found that one, bro. And I was like, this one's so sick, dude. Oh my God. But yeah, man, put Halo in the comments if you stuck around this long. And man, this is just one game I really loved. I'm so bummed that it's gone in the tubes. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
Alright, now the next one.
This transgender transient went from faf-owing to faf-knowing. Tried to move to the Netherlands because they thought it would be a lot better, but it turned out to be just as bad. Stick around to the very end. I'm going to cover some comments of previous videos, and maybe you'll be featured. Let's get off into this, dude.
Jane Michelle Ark, a transgender software engineer from San Francisco, thought Trump's America was becoming so dangerous, so fled to the Netherlands to claim asylum, and ended up sharing a refugee camp with a bunch of illegal immigrants from Islamic
These guys look like real savory characters. Hold your wallet.
countries. What could possibly go wrong?
And it is too dangerous to walk from here to the grocery store.
Bro, I'm sorry, and this is going to sound so bad, but it looks like his face was put into a meat grinder. Shots fired! I'm not sure what this look is.
Because of the people that live in the camp.
Oh, I don't know. They look perfectly charming and friendly to me. You're all refugees. Surely there's a sense of mutual respect and kindness.
I live here.
Yeah.
You see all these guys in yellow vests? They actually wear vests because there's so many stabbings.
Right. Maybe not then. I'm sorry, but this is utterly hilarious. He thought San Francisco was too dangerous to live in as an LGBT person. Yeah, San Francisco.
It felt very unsafe to stay in San Francisco and the United States. The only thing that
Don't y'all have... I've got some clips of Pride Parades we'll go over later. These things are getting insane, dude.
felt was safe to do was flee the United States.
So chose instead to live in a migrant camp so dangerous, even the Red Cross refuses to visit it.
The Red Cross, who was helping you, they say it's too dangerous to come here now. What do you think?
No help.
Amongst people from countries which take, let's just say, a dim view of the rainbow people.
Between here and there is a bunch of Algerians and Moroccans or whoever who think that queer people should be beaten.
Yeah, maybe should have thought about that beforehand. Presumably Jane thought it would be full of needy, stricken women and children fleeing war and persecution, when in fact it was full of violent, abusive young men roaming around trying to stab people.
Oh, it's scary. It's legitimately scary. I decided that my mental health is degrading so substantially being here that I just need to get out, and the situation that I have in the US as a trans person, not good, right? But here I will be hurt or killed.
And given Jane's progressive politics,
Grass isn't always greener, huh?
the exact type of people he voted for time and time again to import into America.
Free Palestine.
Have you ever witnessed such an astonishing act of stupidity, thinly disguised as self-aggrandizing virtue signaling?
I think that this system where you have people just living out here that are unhappy is not good.
But wait, it gets funnier. When Jane initially fled Trump's America and ended up at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport sobbing and asking how to claim asylum, what did customs officers do? They laughed. Yeah, I bet they did. What's this big dumb American doing here asking about asylum? And then they realised I was serious. Shortly after arriving in the refugee camp last year, Jane said, unlike in the US, I'm not worried that someone here is going to kill me. Adding, this is...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's so funny to me when these people go to another country, like they think our country's so bad that they need to go to another country. America is like the only country where you can hate it so much and then still not want to leave.
Yes, there's a wave of American refugees.
Given they were all trying to get into America, the North African and Middle Eastern asylum seekers were totally perplexed as to why Jane was trying to leave. One of the main reasons for him leaving America in the first place was the abuse he received when trying to use the ladies' toilet. Yeah, I can't imagine why that would upset people.
Men shouldn't be in women's restrooms. Okay, but what's your solution?
Another was Trump banning
what's the solution? If you're a biological man, you go to a men's toilet. That's what it is. If you look down and you have something hanging and swinging, maybe it catches airtime, maybe it doesn't catch a lot of airtime or hang time, you're going to have to go to the men's restroom, dude.
Genders from competing in women's sports.
When the president wants to make an executive order about trans women, whether they're young women or teenagers in sport or adults such as myself, it's hard to not take that personally.
He thought he'd never go back to the States.
Like, I am an American person, and I don't know that I can ever go back.
But Jane's personal experience of what living amongst diversity truly looks like didn't quite live up to his utopian preconceptions.
It is too dangerous to walk from here to the grocery store.
And he's not the only one who regrets the decision.
I'm from Albania, and I come here just for help because I was treated not good here and I'm bad more than my country. If I know that it will be here like this, I will never come to this country. I was one time attacked from one person with a knife with no reason. They come attacked us, trans people, gay people, they attack us with no reason. It's hard here to live.
Wait a minute, you mean to say these guys are not the biggest supporters of trans rights? Who could have possibly predicted that? The locals living in the town where the refugee camp is based, which is so dangerous even aid workers refuse to go near it, have also seen their peace and security shattered.
Boy, his eyes were cocked like a pistol.
Vrouw zijnde, in Ter Apel is het niet veilig om met
As a woman in Ter Apel, it's not safe to go out in the dusk and evenings anymore.
schemer en avonden nog bij pad te gaan. We hebben veel te doen met
We deal
seksuele
with a lot of sexual street harassment,
straatintimidatie, met agressie, met
with
mensen die
aggression,
zwaar
and with people who are heavily under
onder invloed zijn van drugs of van
influence
alcohol,
of drugs.
vrouwen aanzitten of mensen achtervolgen
They try to grope women, follow people.
in het bos. Wij kunnen geen vrouwelijke kleding meer aan
We can't wear women's clothing anymore without being sexually
zonder dat er seksuele straatintimidatie
harassed on the street. I have a tattoo shop here in Ter Apel.
wordt gepleegd.
They should just call it Ter Apel.
When the diversity's such a strength, refugees are responsible for 141 out of 144 shoplifting incidents. So how did it all end up for Jane Michel? Well, according to his Substack blog, Trump's America was so dangerous to live in as a transgender person that he decided to leave the refugee camp in the Netherlands and is set to fly back to Trump's America. It is time to go.
I just need to get out.
Yeah, turns out San Francisco, one of the most dementedly left-wing cities on the planet, isn't that dangerous when compared to living next door to these fellas.
Hey, fuck you! Yeah, this is my country, Alta.
Like, dude, this is so wild to me that they People hate America so much they think that if they leave, it's going to get better. But then a lot of times they won't leave. I've seen like Caitlin Bennett and other people ask these people like, hey, if you got a one-way ticket to leave the country, would you? And a lot of them are like, nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't leave. I mean, it's terrible here, but I would never leave. I would never leave. I would never leave. I swear some of these videos, dude, you watch them and it's almost like you can smell the video.
I'm gonna rant for a minute because I'm pissed off and I know it's all by design and whatever, but I'm frustrated. I'm disabled, so I can't work, but I can't get on disability without getting lab work to prove that I'm disabled, to prove that I can't work, but I can't get lab work without paying for it, but I can't pay for it without a job, which I can't do because I'm disabled. I just hate this country so fucking.
Yeah, you hate the country so much, dude. Go to the Netherlands. Check it out. Go check it out, dude.
Somebody missed the entire point of my
God, these people look so crazy.
video and was like, you know that under socialism and communism, you still have to contribute to society, right? Correct. But my value and my worth won't be based in my labor. I will literally be contributing to society by existing.
Wow. So just your existence is a contribution to society. No, if anything, you're just taking up resources, valuable air that the rest of us could be using for something called intelligence.
Because my existence is helpful to society.
You're a liar!
Society. I'm capable of doing things and filling needs that I see.
AKA using your labor, right? Just so stupid, bro. Oh my God, the stupidity. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's another one. What is this, dude?
Are you a trans woman?
What is that carrot tooth? What is that? Looks like Woody's slow cousin.
I am, yes. How do you know you're a woman?
That I've been asking myself a lot, and there's no simple answer to that.
Dennis probably loves to see this man. Are Trump supporters really fascist?
Do you think that Ariel does that?
Oh, for sure.
You think she would destroy you in every physical way possible?
If she had the choice and if there was no laws, probably.
She has the choice. She could do it.
Okay.
But she's not gonna. I can promise you that.
I know, that's why I said in the law point.
I mean, she's just here having conversations. That's what we're doing. We're trying to see where you guys are coming from and also trying to educate you as to where we're coming from. I don't see anything fascist about that. In fact, that's the opposite of fascism. That's opening the floor for discussion, and telling us that we're fascist simply just for being here and being Trump supporters is as far away from the truth as it could be.
Do you think that Ariel does?
Yeah, fascism is more of what the left does. This is what the left does. What do we got here?
A conversation with me about women's rights.
No, because you don't believe in women's rights.
I am a woman and I know what a woman is and I absolutely advocate for women's rights. Do you?
I do.
Which rights should we be advocating for?
All of them.
Like
Women
what?
deserve to have the equal rights under the law.
And when we say
Okay. Well, what rights do women have that men don't have, and vice versa?
women, what are we talking about?
We're talking about anyone that identifies as a woman, that
even men.
God, this is part of the simp-epidemic. These dudes right here, realize they can't sleep with, biological women, so they're like, oh, I'll get with a trans chick. Yeah, I believe all women.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Even male people?
If you identify as a man, you're a man.
Okay.
If you identify as a woman, you're a woman.
No, women are adult female human beings.
So you're not a journalist.
No, you're not.
You're not.
I'm sorry?
That's an opinion. You're not
What's
a
false?
journalist.
So, man and woman is a social identity.
Yeah.
It's gender's a social construct, Dude, you can smell these videos. Here's another one. Good Lord.
Okay, is it okay if I touch you? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, if I touch you.
Go right ahead.
Before we get started, do you mind if I touch you?
I'm also gonna cut my fucking hair.
Do you mind if I touch you?
Are you serious, bro? Just cut my hair.
Is it cool if I touch you?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's usually just customary that I ask the person before I touch them.
Just cut it, cuz.
And what were your pronouns?
She, they.
She, they too.
Yay!
You have to say just cut it, cuz. Come on, man. I want my hair cut done now.
We're twins.
He, him.
She, her.
And what are your pronouns?
Are you fucking serious, bro? Just cut my hair.
What are your pronouns? They, them. She, they. I'm glad we exchanged those. Yes.
And what are your
Oh my God. What are your pronouns? She. How do you be a singular and a plural? That was one thing I never understood, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I've never understood how you can be a singular and a plural at this. I'm a she and a they. I'm a singular and a multiple. And I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box here. But this stuff never made sense to me. It also never made sense the fact that you guys have not downloaded Free Cash yet. You can literally scan that QR code. You can get $10. You can cash out when it's $20. I'm telling Free Cash I got the most loyal audience. I got the best audience. The best audience. They're incredible. They're the best, the absolute awesomest. And I'm trying to beat the record for the most people to sign up for Free Cash. Even if you don't want to play the games, dude, just sign up, get $10 on me. You can cash out at 20 and then never play it again. Click the link in the description, scan that QR code, and make it happen. Let's get back off into this, dude. Oh my God.
What rights do you think trans people are losing?
Trans people deserve the same rights as every other person.
Dude, oh my God, this looks like an underwater bridge troll. Why is it always the people that look like this that want to be trans?
I mean, I find it's remarkable in this day and age that people are still being discriminated just because they are not normal.
Yo, yeah, you're gonna get discriminated against every day. For me, you got a bowling ball head. You look like a dadgum boiled egg that's got a cousin that moved in downstairs. Like this whole chin. Oh my God.
As it were.
And you identify as a woman?
I am a trans woman, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, of course I do.
What makes you a trans woman?
For me,
I mean, I'm wearing a dress, ain't I? Look at the pretty long hair. Ugh.
I mean, I've always had the feeling from a very young age that I wasn't male from birth. I mean,
how did you know?
No, I was a whale from birth.
Quite a lot of things I do. I didn't like doing what normal activities that boys would do.
You found interest in more feminine things?
More feminine things when I was younger, yeah.
And when did you come out?
At age 38, about 2021. So.
38.
Yeah.
How did your friends and family take it?
My friends and family all took it very well. I mean, when I posted it out online, I was transitioning. I said to everyone, this is me, this is the real me, accept me, or just don't talk.
I love it. Accept me, don't talk to me, it's who I am. This is such an attention grab for people that are usually very lonely.
And I didn't have anyone just not talking.
And what would you like to say to J.K. Rowling?
Be a better person, be a better human.
No, J.K. Rowling's based, bro. J.K., don't change nothing. Don't change nothing. Don't change a dadgum thing, bro.
So much. She has to say thank you because she is serving everyone. So Charlie Kirk. Oh my God! Thank God he's dead. Bye.
Wow.
What country do you think this came from?
Mexico.
Where do you think this came from? Thank you so much.
She's in a free country being able to serve it.
Yes.
If you hate it here so much, go somewhere else.
I hate you.
Oh.
I hate you.
But I thought you're supposed to be so loving and kind.
They're not loving and kind.
No, I'm not.
Just I'm about to say,
I'm just as tolerant as you are, bitch.
Proving the point.
Yeah, apparently not.
You're so nice.
No, I'm not. I'm a bitch. I'm a bitch.
Wow.
We can tell.
Jesus ate my fucking snapshot.
You need Jesus. You, one day.
Yes, baby, work it. You look so good, my love. You look amazing. Much better than
You're a liar!
the maggots over here.
You're
looking so good. Why is your man all about me? No, that's
truly.
so embarrassing. Why is he in the Mexican bakery is what I want to know. The man who hates he
Thank you so
yes,
much.
He has
Thank
to say
you.
thank you.
Hungry.
She is serving everyone. So
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk.
God, why are they built like that? How's she 24 and built like a bus driver already?
Oh my God! Thank God he's dead. Bye.
Wow.
I bet she'll get fired pretty soon. Let's go to some of the comments here. School nurse at Eastlake LW mocks Charlie Kirk's assassination. Contact the school here. Oh no. She may be cooked, brother.
Yeah.
Faith Ballin, is this her LinkedIn? Oh no, look, it got deleted. Who would have thought, bro? Who would have thought? People, your tongue
Oh no, who would have thought?
should not be white. Please brush or scrape your tongue. Oh my God. Yeah, her tongue is ridiculously white though. This chick right here, bro. They're so tolerant, man. They're so tolerant. I mean, this is, the epitome of what's wrong in America right now is these people. What is this? Here we go. A trans LGBTQ has a meltdown. What is this?
Why can't I exist as my true self
Oh my God, you can, but just keep your voice down.
right now?
That's not your true self, that's why.
This! You don't think this is my true fucking self? What the fuck is your true self? You fucking ignorant piece of shit! is their true self being a little fucking pussy who's shorter and feels insecure about how they are? What? Oh, you don't like coming into people's spaces and getting them uncomfortable for being their true self?
Oh my wow.
You don't like when people fucking do that to you? Then fucking learn and do that somewhere else and stop coming here, you fucking piece of...
Okay, alright. The tolerant left, everybody. 3 brain cells fighting for second place. What is this? Oh my god. You can smell this video. What is going on, dude? What is going on? Doing a whole lot of lottie-das.
Whoop-dee-doo.
And whoop-de-doos. Still wearing diapers on the face. This is crazy work. What is even going on? Mobility scooters, the wheelchairs. Do you think there's a correlation between people being disabled and wanting to be trans? Is that a thing? I don't know. God, dude, just, ugh. Is this specifically for people in wheelchairs? Like, my question is, are you in a wheelchair because you're fat, or are you in a wheelchair because you're, like, actually disabled? These people, dude. And I feel like they jump over to these sides of things. They jump over to, you know, the trans, the LGBTQ, all of these things, because they realize that once they flip-flop and go to this community, they get accepted with open arms no matter who they are, what they do, what they believe. Because you can believe in craziness on the left and people accept you. Oh, you think you're a dog? You think you're a horse? That's so awesome. Oh my God, I'm kind of an Aquarian myself, or I'm a terrarian where I actually feel like an extraterrestrial being and I have, you know, tentacles. That's just what I believe. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. You believe, like, there's no criticism amongst what you believe in. Which, as when you're logical and I feel like you're more conservative, people will not criticize you, but they'll at least challenge your beliefs to a certain point to be like, all right, man, like, I know you said you believe this, but why? Like, let's get to the root of it. Let's get to the logic side of it. Let's get to the foundational, ideological foundation that you have for what you believe in. Here, it's like these people aren't questioning at all. Oh, you think you're a dog? Awesome. You think you're a horse? Oh, that's great. You want to dye your hair lime green with a massive septum piercing, sucking on a vape all day? Dude, amazing. You can never do any wrong on the left, but on the right, people will hold you accountable. But also on the right, people are open to agree to disagree. I got a buddy who's very left-leaning, very liberal, love him to death, went to college with him, really good friend of mine, but he's a super raging hard liberal, and it's because his girl's a feminist and he's just kind of fallen under her blanket. He doesn't lead his home. He lets her lead. It's to the point where I started having YouTube success, and I was like, dude, you're entertaining, you're funny, you should start a channel. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm going to start a podcast. Never did. And then I was like, yeah, I was able to have Cass retire. Cass doesn't work anymore. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of baby Nix. And I'm like, man, I really wish that for you. I think that's a man's role, is to provide and protect and make sure he's taking care of his family. I'm like, in my heart of hearts, as I've gotten older, I feel like that's what a man should do. And my buddy was straight up like, yeah, man, I believe in equality, so, you know, I would love to stay home. I would love to take care of the kids. I would love to watch the dogs. I'd cook the meals, and, you know, she can go to work. You know, she's a feminist, so she can go to work. And the look on his girl's face was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to figure out a way to make more money. He's like, yeah, babe, you go for it. And I was like, just to see him say, yeah, I would love to stay home. And she was like, well, you could see, she got irked by it. She's like, well, if you stayed home, you'd need to do more than just cooking and cleaning and watch the dogs. I was like, that feminist ideology got thrown straight out the window once you saw it in practice, when all he's doing is sitting at the crib watching the dogs cooking and cleaning. She did not want that. He's like, yeah, babe, maybe one day you can make more money and I'll stay at home. And she's like, I guess I need to figure out a way to make more money, I guess. Stupid. Ain't that right, Lokes?
What a good boy.
He added that new sound.
If you stuck around this long, put Loki the Wokey. Put Loki the Wokey in the comments. Put Loki the Wokey in the chat. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.
Well, that was truly something. Hmm.